Hello, welcome to the Points of Articulation. I'm Dave, and today we're looking at the Star Destroyer from the Star Wars Titanium line. Now, this is one of the original ones. You can see the blue. I have a unopened version somewhere. So, let's take a look at the ship, look at the paint first. This is basically a flat color this time. There's no paints or anything. Like I said, it's old. So we have light gray, battleship gray I should say, that goes all the way down. Dark gray for the trench that goes along from the tip to the back. And then on the bottom, we have light tan again, gray. And on the inside is dark gray, and then we have a little painted blockade runner, which we'll get to that feature in a while. And then the smaller landing bay, there is also, it's painted dark gray. Now the bridge and shield generators is dark gray. It's actually a different piece of plastic altogether that leads right down to the engines and the little gimmick this one has. The engines are painted blue, duck egg blue, so that's pretty neat. And the back of the triangle, the wedge I should say, is painted dark gray to match with the trench. So for the mold, it's pretty good. Like, I think they could do something to make it a little better, but for what it is, it's okay. I think they had to make it this way for the stupid gimmick they put into it. But with the original film, as most of you know, they were attacking the Tantive 5, which is the blockade runner. And if you take the engine and push it up, oh, that's great. Now it's stuck. Okay, there it is. We have the little blockade runner down there on a clear piece of plastic, and it makes it look like when you push this down that it's getting sucked with the tractor beam into the main hangar. So not too much detail on here. Like, it's really small. You could see, you can make out some of the engines. You know, they're not painted. And it's really wide. Like, I'm not one for gimmicks, really. But it is a neat little nod to the film. And for that, I do like it. So you can just take that and, push it back in. Now for the mold, we'll start here. What it is basically is, like, we're talking about a ship which is gigantic, so they had to tone it down a lot, but all it is just like lines, like they hit it with a comb or something. And of course all the major sections are there and molded in. We have the ion cannons here, the different levels are all there. It just, I guess, instead of just leaving it flat, they put in this detail, and there's actually little squares and little lines put into the work, so it looks like there's, like right there you could see it, like little bumps and stuff, and that's really cool. You see the ion cannons there. It's scaled so small you could hardly make it out, but that's what they are. The bridge looks good. You have the shield generators, which are the balls. The bridge is like right there. And this part's really detailed. It's shinier than this part, though. As you can see, the light's reflecting right off of it. There's the garbage, where the garbage would come out on the neck. The engines are sculpted pretty well. They come out just like in the film. Like, they tried their best to make a good one. And it's not bad. I believe the new Star Destroyer is the same thing as this, but I couldn't find it yet, so once I get it, I'll let you guys know. For the trench, there is detail. Little lines and stuff like that. Like, it's better than leaving it blank. Like, at least they put something in there. And underneath, just like the top, there is lines going all over the place. See, tilted that way, you could see all little details and stuff like that. And I'm going to bring this up when I talk about the Force Awakens Star Destroyer, but all these screws here are recessed into the mold. So if you hold it like that, it's just a wedge. And if you do that, you could see them. But they actually have the hanger bays, and they are recessed in it also. Then we had the shield generator, and this was a great move. They took the shield generator, which should have been half a ball, and they made it the peg port, which was pretty cool because that way it could stick out a little bit and you could tell what it is, but also they're utilizing it, and I think that was a smart move. And also, this one is heavy, so for me it always wants to swoop down and hang, and I was actually tempted to try and coat this peg with more, like maybe liquid plastic or something, super glue or nail polish, whatever that trick is, and that way it would stay up straight. But for the most part, it stays. Like, it doesn't fall off the stand. And see how long this bad boy is. Okay, almost 3.5 inches. So it's long. It's a nice sized vehicle. Okay, see, you could. It doesn't want to come off. It's good. I just don't like when it slopes down. I guess you would just have to see it in person to know what I'm talking about. But that was my review of the Star Destroyer for the Star Wars Titanium line. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.